Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host Ahmed Nawaz with the latest roundup of sports today. We're going to be discussing cricket, particularly on the show. Let's take a look at what we're discussing. First of all, we'll tell you that the Pakistan Cricket Board is organizing specialized training camps for different departments of cricket. We've got a spin bowling camp that is underway as well, and now a fast bowlers camp will commence from the 16th of this month. This is all in line with the vision of particularly working on skill set for players as well. That includes spin bowling, fast bowling, to have enough has been there. So we'll discuss about that. And also, when you've got a fast bowling camp, look, similar problems are they move on to the emerging Asia Cup for women that is being held. Pakistan women managed to beat their opponents. It was a very low scoring game against Nepal. They were 87 all out in 19 overs, but they managed to defend it. Spinners were brilliant, and courtesy of that, they were able to win this match. It was a low scoring match. They defended it brilliantly. Credit to Shahwal Zulfikar, who was the top scorer, scored about 28 runs, along with Fatima Sana, the captain, who was amongst the runs as well. But then again, I think you've got to give these girls credit. It's the first time they've gone to a major platform. I understand it's a low scoring game, but hold your horses. Let's support these girls in green. It's going to be an interesting Asia Cup, and I always say that international exposure is very, very important, but how consistently can you take this model forward is also something that we need to explore. We'll discuss all about this in the show in detail. Time now to introduce the guests. First of all, in studios, we've been joined by a cricket expert, Rizwan Haider. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, sir?
Assalamu alaikum, Ahmed.
Great to have you on the show. We've also been joined by our cricket expert. He's a broadcaster, a commentator, and also a presenter as well. Always talks lots of sense about the game as well, and we'll be talking about in detail the two topics that we gave you as well. K. Asif Ahmed joins us. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Wa alaikum assalam, Ahmed. I'm very well, thank you.
We've also been joined by senior sports journalist Syed Haider. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, Haider bhai? All right, we'll try to get him back online. We're having some technical difficulties. Now, Rizwan, this concept of specialized camps, how do you see it, first of all? We need to consider a model that is, like I said, sustainable for the long run. Initially, we now see that world is moving towards not just a concept of specialized players or specialized formats, but also they've moved a step up where they have now different managerial setups for different formats as well.
I think we've always been behind the eight ball. Pakistan has. If you look at England, Australia, and the other European teams, the African teams, England have a proper fast bowlers who played test matches like Broad and Anderson. Then you have specialized bowlers for one-day cricket. They have specialized batsmen as well. If you look at the Pakistan team, basically you've got 8 or 9 players playing all 3 formats. You need to have 2 or 3 who are good enough for all formats. Then you need specialized test players, specialized one-day players, and then specialized T20 players. We keep mixing and matching and keep on playing the same players. The problem with that is fatigue. The problem with that is specialization. The problem with that is if you know somebody's more focused towards test match cricket, then it's very difficult for him to approach T20 cricket in the same way. So you need to have in order to win World Cups, you know, it's not about bilateral series, it's about World Cups and championships. Then you need to have focus on, you know, specialization.
Asif, in general now, spinners is a department that needs to be worked upon, fast bowlers as well. If you remember, we go a bit back into history, then there was these talent hunt programs, you know. There was also a competition to get the fastest bowler. For particularly fast bowlers, we've seen such talent hunt programs, a regular feature of the PCB. They were part of their CSR activities along with a commercial sponsor. But then again, things changed. Cricket has been evolving. Our evolution got a bit behind because of certain problems that lie within the system as well. How do you see this in a long run, whether this is sustainable, whether PCB will be able to replicate this model in the future again as well?
Well, Ahmed, if you do remember that the school cricket was very, very strong. And when I was playing in school, that was the 50-over game. But after that now, you know, after the evolve of, if you talk about the T20 cricket, then everybody just concentrating to get chance in T20 cricket, in franchise cricket. And then we have what Pakistan Junior League, you know, that the youngster, they were just trying to get a chance in that Pakistan Junior League, and nothing at all. I think that Pakistan Under 15 gave us so many players like Hassan Raza, Yasir Arafat, you can name more players as well. And then Pakistan Under 19, we have Under 17 Asia Cup as well, where we found Khalid Latif, Salman Butt, and then Munir Ansari, an off spinner, then Najaf Shah, he was left arm pacer, he represented Pakistan. So I think that when you have eliminated each and everything and you were only concentrating on Pakistan Super League, then you could see that what's happening with the Indian team. They're really concentrating on their IPL, but they lost the final of the World Test Championship with a huge margin, and now everyone is asking that what's happening in India. So same thing, if you see the background of Pakistan Cricket Board, we haven't watched under 19 tournaments, we haven't watched under 17, under 15 tournaments, and no school cricket. But I think when Pakistan Cricket Board has started this kind of camps, specialized camps for the batters, bowlers, spinners, fast bowlers, and then it's really important for your fitness as well. You know that these are the hot days, even in June, July. If you're arranging these sort of camps, it would be really, really helpful for these players. I think that if you are concentrating just on the Pakistan Super League, as the Indian Cricket Board, they're putting all their efforts for the IPL, Indian Premier League, then you'll be losing the rest of the tournaments, the rest of the big tournaments. As Rizwan mentioned, that the bilateral series doesn't work. I mean, it doesn't matter either you're winning or losing. It only gives you confidence. It only gives you, some momentum. The important thing is that the Asia Cup, World Cups, and the Champions Trophies. I think that Pakistan is still behind, but we're looking forward. Let's see if we could get good results.
Result-oriented, to be result-oriented is something that is very, very important. But at the same time, why we've lagged behind is a whole list of issues. But Rizwan, are you also of the opinion, that school of thought that believes that because of that primary focus on T20 cricket is something that we've suffered from? But then again, at the same time, we've seen that the whole world has been affected by this culture of short format cricket, the glamour and the commercialization of cricket. But still certain teams in the world have prioritized test cricket.
Australia, England, New Zealand, right? This commercialization aspect is basically limited to Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, and to an extent Bangladesh, maybe even Afghanistan. The problem with this is that Australia keeps winning test matches. Look at their winning percentages. Pakistan doesn't. We lost home series to Australia, we lost home series to England, we lost home series, we drew a home series with New Zealand. And if that's your priority, the next World Test Championship cycle is going to be very tough, because we're going to play away Australia, we're going to play away in South Africa. We haven't won there ever. The last test match we won in Australia was 1996. So if that is your priority, and we haven't won a test series in South Africa as well. And so that means even the next World Championship, I personally feel that the way England has started playing after the Ashes, it's going to be an England-Australia final next time.
Well, it's bound to be, because
If you don't prioritize.
Yeah, if baseball continues, then it's bound to happen. Also joining us on Sports Extra now is senior sports journalist Syed Haider. Assalamu alaikum, sir. Welcome to the show.
Ahmad. Thank you very much.
Sir, great to have you on the show once again. What would you like to add about this concept of having specialized camps for Pakistan cricket? For spinners, it's underway. Now they're going to start a fast bowling camp from the 16th of June. But I think the bigger question for all of us is, how sustainable is this model for the future?
Yeah, that is a question always. Yeah, so I think camp is always better for the new talent. You can hunt good talent through the camps, but the question is that how you will use the players. If you get someone, he's capable and they can bowl and bat for the Pakistan team, but we have seen in the past that some players, they have been selected but they have never given chances. So it is always a question. If you will not utilize the talent, then the talent will be destroyed, and the players, they will go once again in the same path where they are at this moment. So it's very necessary that we have to make some plan for the players. If we don't have any plan for the players, new players, then the camps are not usable. They are not any advantage for our future cricket. So it is necessary to make a comprehensive plan. Then the camp will be usable.
Sir Haider, how can we say that it will be a comprehensive plan? For example, Pakistan's dynamics rely a lot on the regional cricket structure that we've got. Our primary nursery for not just bowlers, I think generally for players, has been our first class cricket, departmental cricket. For the past 2 years, this system has been changed and ignored. Now we're trying to get that system back once again it's being implemented. That's one of the jobs of the newly, cricket committee that was given this new mandate. Why can't we not see that, once again we will believe that we want the structure to continue, but the conundrum still remains that the focus out of all of this would once again still be your primary T20 league, which is the PSL.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't have the appropriate situation for the camps and for the players, then because we are speaking a lot of for the regional cricket, but what we have done in the last 6 months, I haven't seen any development for the regional cricket, and the corporate cricket also. There is no development for the corporate cricket. The departments, they have been asked to make the teams, but I haven't heard any corporation have made a team yet. So the question is not that what you have said. The question how you have implemented your words. This is very necessary. We have a lot of talent in all over the Pakistan, but we are not hunting at the right moment, right track. And some players, they are available, we are not utilizing them. That is a problem. If we are not according to our situation and according to our infrastructure, then we cannot get better result. We have to understand that we are not England or Australia. We are an underdeveloped country. We are third world country, and we are not. We don't have the suitable conditions like England. So we have to work our system, management, PCB management, or regional cricket management, or the corporation management. They have to take really some strict steps to get a real talent. Otherwise, only the words, they cannot help us.
Definitely. Asif, if we particularly now say this, that the spin bowling camp needs to be result oriented, would you agree that for the next at least 2 to 3 years you need to have a set goal that you're having these spinners for all three formats?
Well, Ahmed, hopes are there, and we're just supporting them. As you said, that it's a good effort. But see that if you want to get results, then once again you should give chances to these players to the in domestic cricket. And if they are representing their regions or any department, and if they are performing there, and the previous regime, they got some coaches from the international coaches they brought, and Neil Johnson was there and a couple of more. So they were sure that if the domestic players, if they could work with the international coaches, they could do something better. But I think now there's the time that if they're in the camp, and we guys were looking forward, because you talked a lot about this, and in NCA, National Cricket Academy, if this camp is happening there, and with the prior coaches of Pakistan and level 4 coaches of Pakistan, so I think that the hopes are there, and we're just appreciating them. We're just giving them some confidence. But still, if you want to see the result, just wait for the domestic circuit.
Well, definitely, that is one criteria that we need to be, not just gauging, but I think the indicator should always be that criteria. So we'll discuss about this obviously as things proceed, and we'll know about the results of these camps as well, and whatever I think focus should be there, should be prioritized as something that is consistent enough as a model. Now we bring your focus to the emerging Asia Cup for women that is being held. Pakistan women were able to beat their opponents Nepal in a very low scoring match. They were 87 all out in 19 overs, but they managed to defend it. 78 was something that they restricted their opponents Nepal to, and like I said, Shawal Zulfikar was brilliant with the bat. She scored 28 alongside Fatima Sinha, and in the bowling department, once again, I am in awe of Tuba. I've always said that she's the future of Pakistan, this young leg spinner. She's a gun fielder as well. She needs to be that player that is invested upon for the future as well. Rizwan, what would you like to add?
Nothing much. On a serious note, I mean, it's a very, very pleasant thing to see girls playing, emerging girls as well. And you have to, focus on the fact that in the long run, this is the area where we need to focus, where the medals are, where the chances are. But PCB needs to invest in them. PCB needs to be focused. PCB needs to give them regular cricket. There's no point having girls teams from Karachi, Lahore, Islamabad, and all these teams, but not having enough cricket. And the only way they're going to perform in these tournaments are if they get regular cricket. 4 months, 5 months in the season, at least about 20, 25 one-day internationals or local one-day games, and then T20 games, and that's how you develop more talent. And that's the way it should be for boys as well.
Yes, Asif, what would you like to add? Look, we understand that this is a young team. They've got a future ahead of them. But then again, this particular performance, when you are out in a low-scoring game, and then to defend that total is something that should give them a lot of confidence.
Well, congratulations. That's 86. And if you heard from the commentators, they said that we were not thinking that the Pakistani bowlers, they could do something special like this. Especially you said that Tuba Hassan. And if you have watched typical leg deliveries, leg spin deliveries with the flight, I think that was perfect stuff. And that's why she bowled so nicely. And then when we talk about Sayyida Urub Shah, she was nice. And they've taken some tremendous catches, which is really, really pleasing thing for me, because you know that whenever you take good catches, you win matches. And but 86 is not acceptable against India or any other strong side. This Nepal side, they were, if there were some over cloud conditions, and that's why they have decided to bowl first. But see, they must be learning this, winning the toss, and they said there's the over cost condition. That's why we guys are going for the bowling first. But they have, 86 chasing against Pakistan with this kind of spin bowling wasn't easy.
Right, definitely. It wasn't, definitely, I think in a long format, the support should be there. Sir Haider, what would you like to add? Low scoring game, but these are young girls. They've got a great future ahead of them. A lot of confidence to them after this game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very good initiative of Pakistan Cricket Board to send a team in an emerging team to Bangladesh outside of Pakistan. So it's a very good opportunity for the girls to get some experience outside of Pakistan to play cricket. I haven't watched the match, but states are showing that Pakistan young team, they were confident, because always to defend a low score, it is always a point of your competency, how you are competent to defend the score. So I think we are getting more spinners in our women team than man team. In man team, we are struggling to get the spinners, but I think in women team, we are getting more and more spinners. So it's a good sign. I appreciate PCB.
Definitely it is. Sir Haider, Rizwan and Asif, thank you very much for joining us. One thing is sure, that these young girls are the future of Pakistan, and not just support, but I think the right amount of investment should be there for them consistently as well. That wraps up Sports Extra from me and the entire team. It's goodbye for now.